We are live.
Quick audio video check.
Yes, you're audible. We are live. Go ahead.
Welcome to meeting 334 of Turning Point Toastmasters. I am Neeraj Singla, Sergeant at Arms for today. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. You are now inside the code of conduct of a Toastmasters meeting. Please advise that this meeting is recorded and that it may not be possible to pause the recording. There are few meeting rules. Please advise that any behavior that disturbs the flow of the meeting will result in removal from the meeting room without any warning. Please ensure that your noise-making devices are either switched off or on silent mode. Please speak responsibly on religion, sex, and politics in your speeches. As far as possible, please keep your videos on and audio off and applause flowing throughout. Be the kind of audience for others you would like to have for yourself. TMoD, TTM, and GE. Please ensure a smart audio video check before handing over to respective role players. Role players, please rename yourself as role player, your name, your club name. You may omit the club name if you are a member of another club. Please acquaint yourself with the role of the timer. The timer will use background change screen sharing to indicate time using one of three cards. Green card means you have reached the minimum qualifying time. Yellow indicate that it's good time to start concluding. Red specifies that you have 30 seconds more or you will be disqualified. Individual session meetings will be explained in due time. We encourage you to use the Zoom emoticons generously to encourage role players. We sincerely request you not to send chat messages to everyone or the speaker on stage. In fact, refrain from chatting altogether and focus on the speaker. Reiterating, please stay on mute until specifically requested to unmute. Polls will be launched after each section and they will be closed after 30 seconds. Now I would like to introduce the presiding officer. He is an engineer by degree, product manager by profession, and currently on break trying to explore his interest in economics, finance, and focus on health. He likes to read and listen podcasts extensively on geopolitics, history, finance, and life in general. Please join your hands in welcoming presiding officer Vipul on the stage.
Thanks, Neeraj, for the warm introduction. Welcome all to another meeting of Turning Point Toastmasters. As this is our last meeting before Diwali, happy Diwali to you all sitting here, and a thundering applause for all of you for attending this meeting. As we don't have any guests today in the meeting, I would not take any more time and directly welcome the TMoD for today, Srishti, on the stage. Srishti is a designer by profession, and she has recently completed her anniversary in Toastmasters. Apart from it, you know she's an impeccable speaker, and you must have validated all. It's validated. So, not taking any more time, welcome, Srishti.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vipul. Am I audible and visible?
Yeah, you are audible and visible.
Okay, getting right into the theme today. I have not prepared anything, but I have a challenge for all of you. What I would like for you to do, and this is something that I feel is relevant to Toastmasters and speaking and language, is painting a picture with words. Okay, I know that phrase is usually used for descriptive speaking or descriptive writing, where you use different types of language to create a mental picture. But today, what we're going to do is we're going to actually explore how different kinds of words and how different arrangement of words when used as a prompt for an AI image generator can help create what we imagine in our head or not create. So, this is an interactive session. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to open this particular image generator called Midjourney, and we will try a lot of different things or a lot of different ideas, and we can try and create something together. Before I begin, does anyone has anyone here used Midjourney before? Okay, so all of the people on video have not used it. People not on video, could you like at least send a reaction or some sort of chat message? Okay, I guess people not on video are not there. Okay, except for Priyanka. Priyanka has said that she has not used it. So I'm going to get started. But before that, I would need a permission by host. I need the permission to share my screen. So the host of the meeting,
Done.
kindly please.
Done. Let me know if you're not able to share it.
Okay, nice. Okay. So very easy. I'm just going to share my screen, and what you can see before you is the interface of a chat based, it's a forum based software called Discord. I don't know if anyone's used it before. It was made popular by people who used to discuss games like internet gaming and other kind of gaming. But now Midjourney is very famously hosted here. A little bit about the interface of this software of this particular channel. So here on the left you have all of these channels. Okay, so you can have people like, so a lot of them are newbie channels, a lot of them are general channels. For me, for example, the last time I used this general channel, general number 14 channel. And what you need to do is, just to get started, you have to just one second. Every time I will go niche and it'll start sharing. Okay, so now this is the message bar. So you can send anyone a message, but what you can also do is use this as your prompt input area. Okay, and there is a format that you have to follow for the prompt, just like we have a format for our Toastmasters meeting. So like, now that we're on the topic of formats, I'll just very quickly run you through the format of the Toastmasters meeting, which is divided into 3 parts. The first is the prepared speech section, where people prepare a speech and then get an evaluator to evaluate them. The second is the impromptu speaking or the table topic section, where everyone gets a chance to speak on the spot for 2 minutes. And then the third is the evaluation section, where we will be evaluated on every single thing that happened and did not happen in the meeting. So very quickly, I'd like to call upon our general evaluator to tell us about his role and about how he'll be evaluating us.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Srishti. And apologies, everyone. I'll be able to switch on my video in just about 10 minutes as I'm about to reach home. However, I'm definitely glued into the meeting and look forward to us having an amazing, fulfilling, learning based meeting where I, along with my team, will be sharing feedback for each of the roles played today. And I'd like to welcome, first of all, the tag team, as we fondly call it, to share their respective roles and objectives, starting with the timer, Toastmaster Neeraj. Toastmaster Neeraj, if you could share your objective of as a timer.
Quick audio video check.
Yes, audible and visible.
Hi everyone. My role is to note down the times which is assigned to different section. For prepared speaker, it will be 5 to 7 with 30 minutes of buffer on each side. For table topic session, it will be from 1 to 2 minutes with 30 seconds of buffer on each side. And for evaluator, it will be 2 to 3 minutes. when the time reaches at the minimum qualified time, I'll be showing the green card. And then when you meet the target time, I will show the yellow card. And then when you reach at the maximum qualified time, I will display the red card. I will not be displaying any card if you exceed the maximum qualified time. Let me share my screen to show the cards. This is the green card, this is the yellow card, and this is the red card. Thank you so much, General Evaluator Anshuman. Over to you.
Thanks a lot, I'd like to invite Priyanka to share about the role as an AHA counter for the evening. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'll be today a counter. I'll be note in everyone's speech and they, the word how many time you use. So this is my role for today. Thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Priyanka. Last but not the least, I'd like to invite the grammarian for the evening, Toastmaster Amit, to share his objectives and also share the word of the day. Over to you,
Am I
Toast.
audible? Okay. So today
Yes,
I'm
you are.
going to be grammarian for the day. So today I will be checking on the rules. I will be check the grammars of the in all the speeches, as well as I will share word of the day, that is eminent. That means someone who is standing above others, especially in order to rank worth or achievement. So it can be used as adjective. Eminent, just such as eminent physician, eminent scientist. Here are few examples. Just the Indian cricket performance shows that it has eminent players. uh, uh, we we joined Toastmaster to become an eminent speaker, and Toastmaster of the day is an eminent designer. So as so we can use. Uh, so I encourage you all to use eminent throughout in your speeches, and I will share eminent word in chat box as well. So thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Amit. I look forward to sharing my report at the end of the meeting along with my eminent team. And also, obviously, I'll be joined by the speech evaluation team, which the Toastmaster day, Toastmaster Srishti will eventually be introducing. So over to you, Toastmaster Srishti, to take forward the evening.
Okay, now that we've got the structure out of the way, let's move into the structure of a perfect mid-journey prompt. Now, this is something that's going to take us some practice, but I would love for everyone to unmute themselves and give us an example of what they would like to draw. Okay, and think about what you would like to draw, what prompt would you like to give. I'll just tell you how to get started. So you start with a forward slash, and you type imagine. The moment you press enter after imagine, it will open a prompt box, right? Now, whatever you want to create, you need to try and explain it with the most descriptive or the most appropriate words to describe what they are. So think about what is the content of what you want to make, what is the orientation of it. So if you want a face, or if you want a girl, do you want her to look in front, or do you want her to look on the side? Describe how much of the body you want to be visible. So is it just the face, or is it like the whole body? What are the colors? What is the mood? Is it a particular style? Is it cinematic? Is it photorealistic? What is it? So does anyone want to just give it a try? See, someone's entered Basque cheesecake. So this is a very generic prompt. They've not described how they want it. So just in a few minutes or a few seconds, you will be able to see how that Basque cheesecake is actually interpreted by the AI. And then here you can see, as soon as anyone's thing is done, it will start showing up for the chat. And so this is this person's Basque cheesecake. You can see that it's 62% generated. And as it keeps getting generated, it will start looking clearer and clearer. Okay, so whoever wants to try something, give any prompt. We can try and make it more and more in like increased complexity.
Does it draw characters from famous movies like Basanti from Sholay dancing, something like that?
Okay, I'm gonna try it. I've never tried it, but Basanti
Just out of
from
curiosity.
Sholay dancing on a stage surrounded by fire. Okay, I'm just going to put that out there, and we don't know what's gonna come, but I hope something will come. Anyone else, like what anyone else can think of something that they would like to generate, so we can keep adding that also, और ये होता रहेगा अपने आप से. Amit, do you want to add something? You're on mute. Vipul, Ashima, Jaspreet.
Okay, so a girl who is
Okay.
making a wish, and she has she has a butterfly on her hairs, or having a curly hairs, something like that.
Okay, so a
And
girl
a wish,
with curly
curly hairs.
hair making a wish surrounded by butterflies.
Yeah.
Okay. Now suppose you want to describe the mood of the place. Okay, or we can do this also. Now, for example, this is the prompt that I have given. Okay, where did it go? Okay, so this is, by the way, Basanti from Sholay dancing on a stage surrounded by fire. So what we can do is, if you think there is any one which you think is like promising, we can select that and we can develop it further. So since Neeraj, this was your prompt, what would you like to explore further?
I would pick the fourth one.
This one.
Yeah, maybe add more cool step here.
Okay, so what we can do is,
Hip
so what
hop.
I'll do is, first I'll select this. So the U and V, they stand for different things. U stands for upscale and V stands for variation. So upscale means that right now this is a low resolution image. So when I upscale it, it will become a high resolution image. So I'll upscale this first and then we'll get to making the variations of it. Meanwhile, we'll go back to our girl with curly hair surrounded by butterflies.
Yeah.
Okay, Ashima, is this what you had in mind or was it something else?
Something like this, yeah, almost very close, yeah.
Okay, so what I'll do is I will also like open this in browser and like save it and share it with you all. Now suppose if I were to look at, so this looks like cartoon, right? What if I wanted to be an actual like photorealistic girl or something? So I can actually add this. Okay. I can add this. I can say golden hour photorealistic. Okay, so golden hour, you know what it is, right? In the evening, there is the angle of the sun is very low. So everything looks very golden and illuminated, right? So that is the golden hour. Is it? No, sorry, not in the evening, in the morning. There is the angle of the sun. Meanwhile, we'll go back to our Basanti, which has now been upscaled. Okay, and now if I want to make it try different poses, I can either do a strong variation where within this particular image, they will create lot of different variations, or I can do subtle variation where the whole picture won't change, but only the limbs will change or the pose will change very slightly. So that's a subtle variation. Okay. And meanwhile, is our girl here? Okay. So this is, okay, it's also still not photorealistic, but you can see this, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But what if I take the same prompt and instead of golden hour photorealistic, I say in the style of Pixar, pastel colors. Meanwhile, Mr. Bass Cheesecake is still making cheesecake. And our Basanti is ready in the fire. So these are the subtle variations, and these are the subtle variations. These are the strong variations. So here you can see there are a lot more people. There's a lot more fire as well. And these are the subtle ones where the people and the background has not changed much. But in this, her legs are different. So maybe, so this one, the leg is like she's kicking it kind of. So maybe this is the one. I would like more variations of this. So I'll click on V4. Meanwhile, if there's anything here that you like, Neeraj?
I like the first one. It's very strong.
Okay, so I can get more variations of it or I can upscale it. Okay. Now let's go back to our golden hour Pixar princess of. So you see this. So this is how different, like the kind of words that you use differently can actually help to create an image that is very different. So even if we try to create the same image, which is what we're going to do after the prepared speeches section, we will try to recreate an existing image. But so before I go there, does anyone else have a prompt that they would like to try?
I have a prompt that I would like you to try before table topic section.
Okay, before table topics, huh? No, before table topics, we'll do something else. You tell me the prompt now.
Okay. So I have this design in my mind that I would like you to try. So there's this boy who is very sad, sitting in Mumbai on Marine Beach, and his face is
Are you
obviously
describing
facing the sea.
yourself?
No, who is sitting on Marine Drive. Let's see if it like knows what Marine Drive is. I'm not sure.
Drive with his head down.
Which is head down, yeah.
Okay, what should we say? Moody cinematic.
Okay. That those things you need to tell it. Okay.
Right? For example, you want it to be moody, right? But you can
Yeah,
also
yeah.
write like bright colors. So it will
Okay.
completely change.
Like how does bright color changes?
So
Bright
suppose
color
I
change?
say, okay, how about I just give this, but instead of moody cinematic, I write bright colors and okay, I'll just write bright colors. Okay, so this sad boy was sitting here. It's 62% done, so you'll be able to see it soon. And this is waiting to start. Where is it? Huh? Where is that sad boy? We have got to Basanti again. Ah. हाँ कहाँ गया So this is the sad boy at Marine Drive. Madhav, don't be sad.
This is which one? The bright color one?
No. This is the gloomy, moody cinematic.
Okay,
Okay,
because
so
of
suppose
cinematic, it has come like this. If we would have put, like, for example,
realistic or something.
realistic. Okay.
So now there's bright colors. So there are some bright colors also in it. Right? So that abhi tak we had only put this. Okay, last one prompt and then we can move to the prepared speech section. Or wait, I have a couple of chat messages. Okay. All right. Okay. Actually, let's move to. I will stop sharing, and you all can think about what are the prompts that you would like to work with. Meanwhile, we will go to the first part of the meeting today, which is the prepared speeches section. Now, today we only have one prepared speaker, and before I call her on, I would like to call upon her evaluator, Toastmaster Ashima, to read out the speech objectives.
Thank you, Toastmaster Srishti. So our speaker today, Toastmaster Jaspreet Kaur Taneja, she is going to deliver her speech from a pathway of dynamic leadership. It is her second speech on evaluation and feedback. Her title is Story of a Strong Woman. Timer, please note down the time for the speech will be 5 minutes to 7 minutes. All the best, Jaspreet. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Sorry, I was on mute. Toastmaster Jaspreet, can we have a quick audio video check?
Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are. Okay. Toastmaster Jaspreet Kaur Taneja, a strong woman. A strong woman, Jaspreet Kaur Taneja.
So, A Story of a Strong Woman. I know this title is really boring, but I promise the story won't. So, everyone have a woman in their lives that exhibits a very powerful force and radiates and influences our lives, whether it can be our mother, our grandmother, or wife or daughter. I would like to ask who you think is your woman inspiration in your life? Anyone? What is it?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Amit?
For me, my mother is my
Okay.
inspiration.
Srishti?
For me, it's my mom, and I also have had this one college teacher. So amazing influence.
Anyone else?
My mother again.
Okay. So as we can see, like the answers are very similar, mother, daughter, or wife. For me, it was my grandmother. So this is the story of my grandmother. And it's very history beyond, and you will absolutely gonna enjoy it. So my grandmother shows me what a strong woman is like. She started from a very young age. She was in Pakistan. It was 1941 when she was born in Miawali Kotli village in Pakistan. So that's how the partition story begins. She was only 5 years old. Her name was Surinder Kaur, and she was born in a very wealthy landowner family. The entire family business was renting and taking money from the tenant farmers and the occupation that the family had for generations. My grandmother's father didn't like the family business, so he joined military in Karachi. But during the partition, as we know, there were many riots in the colony and in the country. So they had to do what they could do, and they left their country so that they could survive and protect themselves from the rioters. My grandmother's father was not with them. He was in military in Karachi and was coming through the sea route to India. And my grandmother's family, the entire family, and she was only 5 years old. With the entire family, they were coming from a railway, from a train, a freight train, where you can say there are a lot of material is transported to another country. So they were hiding in that train from the rioters. There were many rioters who were killing in the streets everywhere. So the situation was really tense. Eventually, they got in India and they met at Jalandhar station. There was this Miyawali camp. There were different camps in the places. So obviously, from every jilla, every district, there is specific camp for a specified purpose. So that's how my great grandfather found his family, and they all met. From there, they saw many hardships. The only thing they could bring with them was gold. So they were hiding their gold. My great grandmother's, like great grandmother, you can say, she was actually having some kind of a clothing material she made for herself that included that where she put all the gold in it, and they were selling gold when they were traveling so that they can feed themselves. Eventually, they got to Meerut in UP, and there they settled. Along the way, they were going through multiple areas from Jalandhar to many other places, but they settled for 5 years in 1950 in Meerut, and that's where my grandmother got her first education. She went to Arya Samaj school and she studied till 7th grade. Well, a surprising fact. In those time, one class has got completed in 6 months. So that's how she get her 7th grade complete. Eventually, when they started their own business, they bought their independent house in Meerut, and the entire family was living there. But still, the business didn't work out that much. So they decided to move to Delhi. When they decided to move to Delhi, they were living on various places and eventually started a very small shop, you can say, in Sarojini Nagar. And it used to be called Narojini Nagar in those times, or Vivek Nagar. So that was the old names, but today we know it as Sarojini Nagar. Basically, they started in a very, very small khoka type shop, and which worked because it was Delhi, as you know, it's a center place for all Indians. It did work, and eventually they got allotted a proper shop in Narojini Nagar, in Netaji Nagar, and in Sarojini Nagar too. So they had two shops, and they started their own clothing business. That really worked out really well, and eventually the business took off. But in Delhi, my grandmother didn't got her education. Instead, she started learning stitching and embroidery courses under a skilled woman, informally, not through any particular diploma or courses. It was done very informally. Eventually, when she turned 16, the entire family decided they will go to Guliana Mandi in Punjab, to Gurdwara, for a Lodi festival. So this is where the story begins and gets very interesting. My both great grandfathers met, and they decided to have the patch up and when they saw my 16-year-old grandmother, who was extremely beautiful at that time, she was very beautiful, and upon seeing my grandmother, he asked for the hand in marriage. So in those times, they hadn't seen my grandfather yet, so everyone hadn't saw my grandfather yet at that moment. So eventually, when the marriage happened and the time came, the marriage was extremely chaotic, as nobody had seen my grandfather yet. And when the groom was at the door, everyone was shocked to see how dark-skinned he was. Even though they were landlords too, but it didn't make them happy. And they were coming from Mahindergarh, Haryana. So even though they were very wealthy, my grandmother had to go with them because that's the ritual, that's the way life goes. Even though she had a very amazing life there, she was the first daughter-in-law, very loved by all, and eventually the family was live my started they started living there. It was a huge kind of a palace. It was really big. They were wealthy, but very village kind of, very villagers in a way. um is that a red card?
Sorry, I forgot to show yellow and green. That's why I'm directly showing red.
Okay, can I
It's
continue?
red. Means you can try to conclude.
Yeah, I think we can, because I don't think there are any other speaker. So I'm just keep going with the story so that you can all get to know the story. The story is really interesting anyway.
Okay.
So can you please stop showing? It's distracting. Okay. So after that, then she went in the Mahindagar village, but my great grandmother was very unhappy to see her daughter in a village. She decided like she has to come back, and she wanted to do her another marriage. My grandmother decided like she will not do another marriage because she saw like the fate of other people, and she decided she will make her own destiny. She will design her own destiny. And I think it's a very courageous statement in my opinion. So in 1959, the marriage happened, and after that, in 1964, the entire family decided to come. My grandmother and my grandfather decided to come to Delhi, and they started living in Harinagar on rent. My grandmother started her own stitching business, and my grandfather started their tea shop because the family business is not there, obviously. So they had to do something. Eventually, my grandmother started her stitching business, and she made money to send my aunt, uncle, and my father to school. That's how she paid for them. And eventually, through my grandmother's father's monetary support, they bought a shop in Arjunagar subdivision enclave. So that's how they started their business. But eventually, life always tests. And in 1984, as we know, in Delhi riots, the situation was extremely horrifying. So my grandmother decided to cut my father's and my uncle's hair to protect them. She was like the mama bear who could fight with any adversity for her children. Eventually, all these situations, the way she dealt with them, it was a very courageous way she showed, and she designed her own destiny. She never complained about her situations. She never said like this is that I don't want this, or why is it for me. She always thinks in a way that the God is testing her faith, and she believed firmly that must be something good in it, and she always saw the positive side of things. I learned a lot as a granddaughter. I learned so many things from her. She showed me what resilience and courage is like. And I see the example every single day in front of me and what she has accomplished and become. Her intelligence, her perseverance, her strength and courage all teaches me every day to become a strong woman myself. So I hope this story has inspired you, and all the women in your life must be inspiring you too. I would love to listen to your story as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jaspreet. Timer, could we have 1 minute of silence? And I recommend everyone, or I request everyone in the audience to send your evaluation of Jaspreet's speech and your opinion, your feedback to her inbox.
1 minute is over. Toastmaster of the day, Srishti. You got dropped off, I think.
Okay, I think Srishti got dropped off. I can probably take over and start with my table topic section, and she can probably continue with her speak after that. Okay, so hello everyone. I'm your table topic master for the day. I would be having few table topics which would revolve around. Likewise, our presiding officer talked about that we are here and it's almost Diwali time now. My table topics today are going to revolve around Diwali and festivals, and you'll be getting a chance to speak on a topic given by me for 2 to 3 minutes. I think most of us here know the drill. Uh, the only thing that I would want you to encourage doing is to use the word of the day, eminent, as our Toastmaster, as our grammarian is asking us to do that. So with that, I would like you to nominate for yourself, as in raise your hand, and I'll just yeah, you'll get a topic, and it might be a bit tricky one, or it might require you to think out of the box. I'm not sure whom I'm gonna give those topics, but yeah, just try to okay, Grammy. But I would like to Toastmaster Amit has raised hand. I would like to go ahead with members who are not playing any role. For example, Toastmaster Ankit. Would you like to go? Okay.
Yes, Madhav.
Toastmaster Ankit, if you could invent a new festival, what will it be about? If you could invent a new festival, what will it be about?
It's an interesting topic, and I think one of the things that I could think about just creating a festival, I would create a festival named as something like family festival. So, like I think there are many festivals where families come together, or which are dedicated specifically for some religious thing, maybe some specific relationship. But as a whole family, there isn't any specific festival which is named after it. And I think for most of us, family plays an important role. So having a festival just named after family, where whole family comes together, that's kind of an like important aspect of it, right? And making sure that we appreciate that we have a family, right? And we have everyone who is helping each other within the family. So that's one idea I can think of, which by creating this thing, we'll just like explicitly basically mentioning celebrating this festival. And I think it will be great. Just will give us like just make us like how how lucky we are to have a family. Yeah, that's it. Madhav, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ankit. I agree, very nice idea, but I think we have similar, like we have our Indian weddings for those kind of, where the families come together and spend days together. But yeah, a nice idea. Thank you for speaking. Let's go ahead with our second speaker. I would like to go ahead with Toastmaster Vipul. Okay, Vipul, the topic for you is Toastmaster Vipul. If you could throw color on a historical figure, who would it be and why? If you could throw color on a historical figure, throw color as in it's a holy, assume it's holy. Uh, who would it be and why?
If I
Toastmaster Vipul.
throw color means spotlight,
Throw color,
spotlight or no?
as in you could throw color like it's holy color.
Okay. not nothing coming up on my mind, but maybe I will like to throw color on Pandit Nehru because I have already seen him in a dressed attire, white attire. So maybe I would like to disturb that philosophy or something like that. And I would like to throw some bright colors like green, orange, red, or something like that on his attire, maybe, and on his face also. Just coming up that on top of my mind. That's all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Apple. I think you were going great. Yeah, thank you for speaking. Let's go ahead with our next speaker. Toastmaster Priyesh, would you like to speak? And after that, we are gonna go to our role players.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Toastmaster Priyesh, if you were a Santa Claus, what gift you would distribute and to whom? If you were a Santa Claus, what gift would you distribute and to whom? Toastmaster Priyesh.
Okay. This is something that we used to do, and probably I'll try to do something similar. When I was back in college. I was part of an organization named Robin Hood Army, if you have heard of it. So, like, yeah, what we used to do is we used to do two things. So, first, we used to take food and from different restaurants or mess halls and distribute them among the children in slums and people there. Second would be clothes, getting clothes from other people, tidying them up and sharing that. And the third would be teaching them, sharing books and like books or like notebooks and all that, or pens, so stationery stuff. So this was the things that we used to do, and especially when there is a festival around, we used to have massive drives to do that. So that would be something that I would like to do if it was Christmas, like the gift of education, food, or something like that. So that would be something interesting to me to do. So yeah, cool.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Priyesh. Good to hear that. And let's go to our next uh, speaker. Anyone who would like to nominate and just please raise your hand. Okay, Jaspreet. We'll go with Jaspreet and then probably with Toastmaster Amit. Jaspreet, can you please unmute and
Yes, it's unmute.
be on come on video? Are you
Okay.
gonna come on video?
Yeah, yeah, a second. Yeah.
Okay. Toastmaster Jaspreet, is one day holiday enough for Diwali? Is one day holiday enough for Diwali? Toastmaster Jaspreet.
Absolutely not. I think people would go for a month even, but they only get like a week, probably only like 5 days. I mean, just imagine like when we were in school, we just wished for these to be more longer than it is actually. It is just for 5 days. Like we wished it would last till a month just to celebrate and to have the crackers. And obviously we cannot use those crackers anymore because of the pollution. But in those times, I mean, we used to do that, and buying and the whole rituals that follows. And I think it's definitely not enough. One day can never be enough. And so many foreigners, I mean, so many Indians who are living in foreign countries, they I don't think they get even one day. Or if they get only one day, I think it's so pathetic because they don't get to um how we Indians celebrate, because the Diwali is the biggest festival for us. We start very early with Dhanteras, with even Choti Diwali, because Diwali isn't enough, so we need a Choti Diwali. And then after, definitely Diwali, and even it follows after the the next day, and the Bhai Dooj. And the festival of the month is definitely the most brighter and the best one. Thank you. Yeah. Over to you, TTM.
Thank you, Jaspreet. Couldn't agree more. Let's go to our next speaker. Toastmaster Amit, would you like to speak? And then we can probably go to Ashima and then Neeraj.
Okay, okay. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Toastmaster Amit, your favorite Diwali memory. Your favorite Diwali memory, Toastmaster Amit.
Okay, so it it is always that puja. After that puja, we we all friend gather. We all friend gather and do all the stuff just like crack firing and going to here and there and friends home. And the best part is about Diwali is whenever we meet elder, just like parents, so they treat us, they give us sweets and lots of blessings. So these are the specific things that I really like. And one thing that we boys that's like dressing up for the Diwali. These things are quite that is always memorable in Diwali time. And that one memory I can remember once somebody is firing the crackers and one thing had come onto my clothes and I got burned. So it is a negative thing about Diwali. So be careful in this Diwali as well. And thank you. Over to you, TTM.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amit. Yeah, I think everyone has that one story, one memory of mishap that happens on due to Diwali, burning crackers and all, bursting crackers and all. So with that, let's go to our next speaker and Toastmaster Ashima.
Yeah.
Toastmaster Ashima, should we avoid bursting crackers because of pollution? Do you agree? Do you agree? Should we avoid bursting crackers because of pollution? Toastmaster Ashima.
Okay, a very interesting topic. Like yesterday, we had a debate on this. So yeah, so I think the the just it's Diwali, so all the happiness that lies only, especially for the when the boys actually they feel like they're bursting the crackers. So very yesterday I really had a very interesting debate with my husband. So we were thinking of purchasing crackers, though we have not purchased crackers from last 2 years. So he said, I have a very good memories with the crackers when I was a kid. So my mamu used to bring a lot of crackers and, used to burst it all the night. So it's like I thought, this festival is somewhere connected with the crackers and with the, joy of, going out and, sharing crackers with the friends and all. So I feel like, it's not like that. It should be, government should put some limit on this, but it should not like that. It should not be, it should completely be avoided. You should not do it. So I mean, some limit can work, because the festival is, it's not about celebrating. It's more, it's somewhere around about, having the emotions, a feeling of, celebrating it, or sharing happiness with each other. So I think the limit can, there's some limit which they can put, but avoiding it, is something I feel it should not be there. Yeah. Thank you. Over to you.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster
We have a
Ashima.
guest, Dipesh. If ask him if you want to speak.
Yeah, we do have a guest, Deepesh, and I only have one topic. So if Toastmaster Niaz allows, I can probably go to Toastmaster Deepesh. Otherwise,
Yeah, definitely. You can go with the.
okay. Toastmaster Deepesh, would you like to speak on a table
Mm-hmm.
topic?
Yes, please.
Okay. Toastmaster Deepesh, your favorite festival, Toastmaster Deepesh.
Is there a tough topic?
You can like, I don't know. It's up to you.
My favorite festival is coming just couple of days after, on Sunday. This is like one of my favorite festivals because there has been several memories attached to it. Diwali for us used to begin 10 days earlier when we were children because we used to burst crackers, the leftover crackers of last year. And every time it used to just carry forward every time. And the worst and the most funny part of Diwali is that you distribute sweets and it returns to you. So let's say I have given somebody a sweet in 2021, so it will return by 2023, which is this current year. So I'm expecting that. One such incident I recall in Diwali was that once somebody gave us sweets, so we were just examining. Especially me as a child, I was quite excited with the whatever we used to receive from our neighbors. So I opened that. I saw a half-eaten barfi. Like some child just like me, curious child just like me would have tore into half and then ate one part of it and then kept in the sweet box. And then I don't think why elders didn't see that, but since we had to give it to somebody else, so I ate that leftover and we gave it to somebody else. So that's how the legacy just works for Diwali. But as we grow up, there's I don't know how many of you who have noticed or observed this or felt this. As we tend to grow up, we kind of lose the spark of enjoyment and festivals. So especially when we start working and things change, and as we grow older, that spark is gone. That enjoyment has been gone. Now I don't celebrate Diwali, Holi. I don't find that level of excitement or any sort of that. The only thing which excites that the holidays have, like festivals have holidays. So trying to get my old childhood version back, which used to have a lot of spark, a lot of passion with regards to everything. So that's what about my favorite festival, Diwali. Over to you, Table Talk Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepesh. I hope you get that spark back, the excitement of Diwali back. And with that, it was fun. It was fun listening to your stories on table topics. Thank you for participating. Thank you for speaking. I would like to hand over the stage to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Srishti.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Madhav. And now I have a little challenge for all of you. And let me share my screen. Okay, so we have this, and then we have this. And there are more of this. Where are they? Okay, so we have 3 options that I'm giving you. Okay, can you see 3 of them? The left one is this guy in the forest. There's this singular pink flower. And there is this interior of this house. Now I'm going to let you all choose. You can decide. And we're going to try and recreate this photo.
The man in the forest.
First one.
Same here.
Okay, cool. Cool che. Okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to do half. So you can see half of this, half of this. Is this okay? Now I'm going to start with the prompt. Who's going to start?
Me.
Someone add the prompt.
He's seeing a UFO or an alien.
What?
I mean, it's the prompt, right?
Okay. So, okay, just a recap. We are going to try and recreate this exact photograph via Midjourney. So, describe it in a way that I can add here as a prompt, and then we can see whether we're able to recreate this photo or not.
Can I go? It has to be descriptive, right?
Yes.
Okay, so a guy wearing a jeans and
Okay.
a guy wearing jeans and black shirt is holding a camera. He has a backpack.
So I'll add this black shirt and back.
Is holding a camera and he is wearing brown formal shoes. I'm not sure if, yeah, brown formal shoes you can write.
Okay, holding. Let me just. Yeah. Backpack and brown. So are they formal shoes or are they boots?
Yeah, boots. Yes, boots.
Okay, is holding a camera.
You can say leather boots.
Okay.
In the
Is
forest.
that it? Shall I? What in a forest?
And then I think we can probably like, if anyone wants to, okay, can we edit it and
We
add more
can do another one.
instructions?
I
Okay.
think this is a forest, but also a mountain forest.
Okay. Oh wait, sorry.
Is it really a mountain forest? I don't
You-
think so.
I mean, just look at the trees. I mean, these kind of trees are only in the mountains, right?
Okay, so
No, you
mountain
might find them in.
forest.
Okay.
Okay, any other description you want to give?
Can we give sideways, like he's slanted, standing sideways?
Yeah, and he's looking at something in the tree. It looks like he's looking upward.
Standing sideways, looking
Upwards.
up at the tree at
Can we write an
uh,
Indian guy?
sorry, a what guy?
Indian.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Indian.
Indian guy. It's an Indian guy.
Okay, and
How do you know
Indian.
he's Indian?
Stereotypical.
He could be
Okay.
mixed race.
Okay, but I think this is what we yielded the last time. Okay, these are the 4 options that it gave us last time. So you might want to use anything that can make it more clear.
His boots are not shown in any of the picture.
Okay,
And,
so
and we need to mention blue jeans.
okay. Would you like to zoom out any of these or like get
The
variations of any of these?
second one, like, but like if we zoom one of these out, will it take more instruction in descriptive ways and edit that? Or it will
No, but
just,
you can get
I don't
variations.
think, no, I don't think that would work.
Okay. Do you also notice that all of these photos are square photos? So if you were to make them into a portrait format photo, you would also have to select something else. So let me introduce you to another kind of prompt. So at the end of it, when you are done with it, you can use --AR. AR stands for aspect ratio, and you can say something like 3:2. Okay, now let's see. Meanwhile, I would also suggest you all to type up the responses in chat, and I can just copy paste it here. So this is here. This is I can put in front. Yeah, so do we have a little bit more, or? Okay, you all need to send me prompts in chat and then I'm going to put them out. I can't see anyone. People, turn your cameras on or like send some messages in the chat
I'm
so that
sending
I can just
one.
like copy
I'm
paste
just,
that and see if they work as prompts. But you see this here. So the moment I added 3:2, it actually made a landscape photo. Okay. If I just take the same prompt and add the aspect ratio of 2:3, I will get I will get a portrait photo. Eh, sorry, that's my mistake. I forgot to add the letters AR, and that's why it would not have made any sense.
Why AR?
So AR stands for aspect ratio. So one very good thing that you can do for for example, if you want to describe something, right, you can also use descriptors such as the photograph should have been taken by this camera using this lens. So and there are a lot of ways in which you can also Google and like get mid-journey prompts. So let me just show you. So suppose give me an example of a camera, like imagine a girl with long black hair smiles at the camera. Golden hour. Can you give me an example or the name of a camera and a lens? So suppose a Nikon D, what it's
DSLR.
no, not DSLR. Like give a model number of a D.
D5600, like, but it's a small camera, looks like it's a small camera.
Okay, some is a fancy. Okay, D3500. And then you can also define things like aperture or like shutter speed and things like that. So usually what you would do on a camera, you can also define here and say something like golden. Okay. So if I three is to ta-da. Meanwhile, we'll go back to this guy.
I send you this prompt.
Oh yeah, you've sent it. So let me just
You can edit it if you think.
da-da-da. Okay, we have M. Meanwhile, is my other thing loading? So you can see what kind of camera is also being used, right? Meanwhile, if I say something like, okay, if I say this, and then I say imagine the same prompt, but I say Fujifilm Instax Mini. Okay, so this is based on Madhav's prompt. Whereas Madhav's prompt was guy wearing blue jeans, black shirt, brown boots, a backpack, is standing sideways in a forest. I think they have not interpreted sideways. He is holding a camera and looking at trees. It's a 3x2 picture. These are tall trees and it's autumn. So here there are certain formats that we have to use. Like for example, 3x2 picture is not enough. We have to put a dash AR space 3x2. or it can be like 4:5, 16:9, something like that.
But we could very well use these pictures in our, for example, in our VPPR thing, no? Do you agree, Anshuman?
Yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
Or maybe Fujifilm is not there, but like I can say Polaroid.
Can we upload a picture in this? I mean, can we real image to this and then we can write a prompt?
Yeah, so there are people who do that. I'm going to try and find those people for you. So usually what they'll do is they'll first upload a photo, and Abhi, I think not a lot of people have done that while we were here. Oh, see here. So there is some photo that they have uploaded. Okay, or they have added a link to. So let me open this on the side. You'll be able to see this. So this photo and this photo, they have uploaded it. Okay. Now they're saying D&D style like this, female void warlock or outfit. I don't really know what that means, but they are trying to create something. So based on that image, they are trying to create a new prompt. Okay. So this person also, they have added few images. Like they have added this and they have added this. So two very distinct images they have added, and array. Go away. Okay. And they have asked full body portrait of an attractive female supervillain, graphic illustration by this person. So usually what will happen is you can actually describe a particular style. So this is something that's controversial in art as well, where a lot of artists are saying that our work was stolen from us to train this AI, and we don't support this, because now whatever we would take like 3 months to make as an artwork, the AI is already generating really fast. So there are some ethical concerns over there, but if there is a very famous artist or something, then you can maybe something like, say, let's try something like, imagine um a uh evening scene of a girl sitting in a boat in a lake surrounded by mountains in the style of Vincent van Gogh. Okay, let's try it. Let's see if it happens. I'm not super good at it. I just got the Midjourney subscription this month. So I've also just started exploring. But in case you all also ever want to explore this, if you have any prompts that you would want to try out, you can, like, even after this conversation, we can keep trying. Meanwhile, we have this image that is being made.
Once again, go through the prompt without this, with the style of Vincent van Gogh. Remove this. Just write the first statement.
Okay. Okay, so we can see this. Imagine this. So I'm not writing surrounded by mountains. This is a plain one, but just for like reference, I'll write something like this in the style of maybe Pixar or Disney. And then I'll write the same prompt in the style of, give an example, photorealistic or something. Photorealistic. Meanwhile, has something. Okay, so the Vincent van Gogh thing is pretty on point, yeah? It's It's quite nice, even though I don't think that last one is a girl. But okay. I mean, it is a computer making all of these things. So I will forgive it little bit. See, this is without any style or something. So it's just gone ahead and assumed what kind of style I like. So this is more like a, I don't know, video game kind of rendering. If you see, it looks very video gamey types. But suppose I like this one a lot. So I can upscale this. Meanwhile, see, this is in the style of Disney. So you can see how the feature of the girl, the hair, how all the illustrations and all have changed, right? And there was one more, right, in the style of something else, photorealistic. So here we have something more photorealistic. Ta-da! Okay, so this is just this is what I wanted to explore with you. I'm not an expert at it, but I thought that this is something fun. It is exciting, and in the last few days since I got this subscription, I've been spending a lot of time just making like hundreds of different variations and just learning how this thing functions, how machines understand us and our language. And that's
And
just
this subscription is needed, and this subscription is on this Discord.
Yeah. So earlier, what they used to do is they used to have free subscription. So they were on beta mode and you didn't have to pay for it. And usually, what would happen is on any, if you are a free subscriber, whenever a lot of people are not using it for their work, like when paid people are not using it, the free customers got like few hours to just experiment and play with it. But I think now that's a lot of paid people already. So I tried for I think 4 or 5 months regularly to try and get some time on it, and it just wasn't happening. So then I just caved in and got a subscription myself. It is an expensive subscription. It is $96, I think, for a year, or some $100 for a year, which is approximately 8,000 rupees for the year. But I thought that because I'm sharing it with a couple of my friends, and it allows 200 uh, uh, generations in a month. So I thought, okay, it's good. Plus, I think I have been using it a lot less than I originally planned. So in case someone wants to experiment with this, you want to like get something or something, I think we can just like, you can just reach out to me and we'll figure something out. I think I am here as your mid-journey resource.
Do you,
So
yeah,
uh,
you know what it is using on the back end, like how it's generating images?
no, but do you have any insight on that? Then you can tell me.
No, I just know like there is this generative AI, like it has the
Yeah.
capability, like from my data science background, but I don't know what this is using Midjourney.
Yeah, so
Okay, I
Midjourney
will
is
figure out.
a
I was just saying I'll read about it and let you know like what technology is it using.
yeah, I think that will be really cool because we can only see the front of this technology, right? So it'll be really nice if we could also understand what goes at the back. How is it able to like good idea, Anshul.
Hmm.
How does Midjourney work? Good idea. So yeah, this is I think it's a very interesting time to be a creative person because you can just generate like now I think there is not a lot of gap. Like earlier, you could say that, oh, I don't like or I can't draw, so I don't try, to take my imagination and put it on paper. But I think now skill is very, uh, it's kind of irrelevant if you really want to make something. I know there are a lot of controversial topics about this and lots of viewpoints about this, but I think at in some ways, I think now people like us don't really have an excuse to not make something that we imagine. right? You might like, and obviously there is a downside where, now you might think that, okay, why should I get better at drawing when I can just generate it in 30 seconds? But I think they're both very different things. Like personally, learning an art also has a different kind of satisfaction that you will never get from AI generation. But when you really need something, or you want to get something done, or you have imagined something and you would like to see it, then it just would be
Oh,
I
sorry.
think it'll be
Sorry to interrupt you. I thought I was on.
okay. So tell me, what were you saying?
I totally actually messed up. I was writing in the group and then I didn't know I am not on mute. I don't know what I'm doing on this side parallelly. You can just ignore my message which I just sent you direct chat.
that That's okay. I'll just read it out for the group and then I'll ignore it after that, which is asking one generative AI tool about another generative AI tool. Okay. So, and I think one thing uh, that is that I've been learning a lot from doing a lot of these exercises, and what we also did is that we put out something and then we found the result, and then based on that result we actually created a better prompt, right? And with every time, like every feedback that we got from the software, we improved our input. And I think that's something that we also do in this last section of Toastmasters, right? At the end of it, Toastmasters is also about, you have an idea and then you put it out, or you think that something sounds in a particular way, and then you put it out, you get some feedback that did it have the intended effect or did not, and then you take that learning back and then you get better and better. And the thing that helps us do that at Toastmasters is the evaluation section, which is headed by our general evaluator. And that's what we're going to head towards now. It's been a really fun meeting, and I would love that we can also take the benefits of feedback, not just in AI, but also into our own speeches and our own creativity. So over to you, Toastmaster Anshuman, General Evaluator. Can we have a quick audio video check?
Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Srishti, and thanks a lot, everyone, for enthusiastically participating in an amazing mid-journey tutorial today. Besides a fantastic speech and other table topics that we had, now will be the time when we'll be evaluating each of the roles played today. I, along with the eminent team we have today, starting with the speech evaluator, Toastmaster Ashima, to share the feedback for Toastmaster Jaspreet. Over to you, Toastmaster Ashima.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anshuman. So Jaspreet, I would like to congratulate you for the speech. The choice of the topic was sorry, intriguing, and you did a fantastic job. Your speech had a well-defined structure with a strong introduction, how what the topic is and how you have taken it with an example that you have taken of your grandmother. That was, amazingly done. The way you narrate the story was very engaging, and the way you have broken down it into a stages, so that was something which made us all curious about your speech. The way you use your body language is excellent. So there are few suggestions which I would like to give you. So one that you can somewhere work on your vocal tone. You somewhere use some variation, so that will help you to make your speech more interactive. And secondly, I feel that somewhere you need to be careful about the timings of the speech. So time management is something that you can work on in your further speeches. So overall, your speech, the way you have spoke is really commendable, and I believe that with with a bit of tuning, your future speeches will undoubtedly be going to leave a long lasting impact on the audience. So keep up the excellent work, and yeah, thank you so much. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Ashima. Now, I'd like to share quickly feedback about each of the table topics presented today, starting with Toastmaster Ankit. Um I think you displayed great conversational tone, and your flow was quite good. What you can work on is putting a basic structure to the table topic when you speak, basically an introduction, body, and conclusion. It comes with practice. The more you practice, the more crisp and more structured your speech is going to be. Coming to Toastmaster Vipul, I know you took some time to think through the table topic. However, when you spoke, you were very crisp. You brought a good humor to your crisp and small table topic and got all our imaginations going. So, definitely, you have it there. Feedback, as you already know, begin the speech as soon as you get the topic, because that is what table topic is all about. That, as shared, just requires practice. So you can set up like half an hour separately for yourself, open video recording, bring up some table topics from Google or Chat GPT, and just practice like 5 to 10 topics where you force yourself to start speaking immediately. I think that's going to improve your spontaneous public speaking. As for Priyesh, I think you had a good conversational tone. You went with the flow, shared good content. My feedback will be to bring more authority, more vocal variety to the speech, which will make your speech more crisper, more audience friendly. Toastmaster Jaspreet, I think you have a good uh, open-hearted thought articulation, if I can put it that way. You have an ability to connect with the audience, have good tonality. Again, you structured the speech in terms of like a conversation. Putting a strong structure to it can bring more vocal variety, which can help the audience connect to your thoughts better. Toastmaster Amit, I think you have good soothing voice. Your voice felt quite friendly. Um, you conveyed your thoughts quite clearly. How you can work on improving your table topic is bringing more vocal variety to each of the phrases, uh, bringing different kind of emotions, bringing more authority, which can help uh, connect with the audience better. Toastmaster Ashima, pretty nice, at ease speech. I think that's your hallmark, that you go with the flow, speak at ease, are very calm, comfortable. To challenge yourself, you may try to think about the opposite of your personality. Try to get out of your comfort zone, where, say, for example, you are like Arnab Goswami, news anchor, where you're just blasting through, and that forced deliberate practice will bring different vocal variety to your speech, which will bring more excitement to your speeches in the future. But those deliberate practice definitely gets us out of our comfort zone. Last but not the least, Toastmaster Dipesh, I think you had a good storytelling ability. You had good anecdotes, little bit stories. um, what I felt is that your tonality in each of the statements was similar, that you were ending each of the statement with similar kind of authority. You might want to think about the in terms of paragraph of what are the different emotions you want to bring to each of the paragraphs to bring different variety to your speech. That is it from my end in terms of table topics evaluation. Now I'd like to bring up the tag team that we have, starting in reverse order with Toastmaster Amit to share his Remarian report. Over to you, Toastmaster Amit.
Am I audible?
Yes, you
Okay.
are audible in this.
So I during the hello. Okay. During the session, I got a bit network glitch. So after TTM, I was not able to listen you all properly, but still I got a few good words in my hand. So word of the day eminent used by our general evaluator Ansuman and our TTM Madhav Padhe, and a few words that I wanna inculcate in my communication, that exhibit, that means showing something in public, and one word is that antidote means a short story or of real person. So that is used by Ansuman. For negatives, I need to work on my grammar more to get uh, to learn from you. So I do not have any negatives for now. Over to you, general evaluator.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Amit. Now I'd like to invite Toastmaster Priyanka to share her counter report. Over to you, Toastmaster
Thank
Priyanka.
you. Let me share my screen. Yes, everyone can see my screen? Or am I audible? Yes.
Definitely.
So this is my report. Jasprit use in her speech 4 time and 2 time and 2 time double sentence, and short pauses are more than 5. So this is my report, and in the table topic, Ankit use and more than 5. Vipul use less than, and it is one bigger longer pause. Other than that, there is a one shorter pause, but the speech was smooth. Priyesh use more than 5, and so more than 5. Jasprit use 4 time and and so 2 time. Amit use more than 5 time and so morely so word use more than 5, and there is a just like and that like word use more in the speech. Ashima use more than a 5 time and more than a 5 time so word, and more than a 5 time word. Dipesh use 3 time 3 time, 2 time double sentence, and 3 times shorter pause, and there is a word that is used more in the speech. Ashima use in an evaluation more than a 5 time and so word use again 4 time, and word use again more than a 5 time. This is SAA. Neeraj use more than a 5 time Toastmaster of the day Srishti use more than a 5 time and a word use a lot. 3 time and word use a lot, and 2 time word use a lot, and 3 times short pause. And table topic master use 5 time word and 5 time and so word use more than a 5 time, and use 2 time, and there is a yeah word that is a lot during the speech, like when he speak. And journal evaluator 1 time for more than a 5 time word use. So this is my report. Thank you.
Wow, what an incredible report, Toastmaster Priyanka. Quite diligent. Thank you for sharing that. Over to you, Toastmaster Neeraj, for the timer report.
I'm sharing my screen. Is it up?
It's loading. It's up now.
Okay, so here is my report. Prepared speaker spoke about 11 minutes 29 seconds. Evaluator 1 minute 41 seconds. Ankit 1 minute 29 seconds. Vipul 37 seconds. Priyesh 1 minute 8 seconds. Ashima 1 minute 44 seconds. Amit 1 minute 14 seconds. Ashima 1 minute 34 seconds. And Dipesh 2 minutes 17 seconds. And the red ones, they have not abide by the rules. That's why I have marked it red. So that those are Jasprit, Ashima, and Vipul. This is it from my side, Anshuman. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Neeraj, for your report. Um, yeah, that was enough. And Priyanka will add to the list. But anyhow, coming to my evaluation report for the meeting, we started right on time, which is a hallmark of Turning Point Toastmasters. Then we moved to our presiding officer of the evening, Toastmaster Vipul. I think that's a good practice that Turning Point Toastmaster follows of rotating presiding officer duty amongst different members. So that's great. So Toastmaster Vipul, again, you were quite crisp. You went into transitioning to Toastmaster Day quite quickly. My suggestion feedback will be that one of the roles of presiding officer is to set the tone for the meeting. And for setting up the tone, it's very important that, for example, you could have talked about the festive season, or you could have asked a bit of questions of how we are prepping up for Diwali, and brought in some kind of energy to the meeting. So that's important. So yeah, that's something you can do in your next presiding officer duty. And not to forget the sergeant at arms for the evening Toastmaster Neeraj. I think you read the guidelines, the rules, the objective quite clearly, quite crisp, and I think it was quite understandable to all of us, and that is what's important from a sergeant arms standpoint. No feedback there. Thank you for that. Coming to the Toastmaster evening, Toastmaster Srishti, definitely, it was a mid-journey workshop tutorial for all of this evening. The kind of depth you had in terms of teaching all of us and us engaging us in terms of using different prompts, that is definitely a great learning tool. And after the end of the session, we all are curious about exploring Midjourney and know how to go about using it, using different prompts, using different analogies, and Toastmaster Madhav, as he suggested, can be used for like PR efforts or different kind of designing efforts. So you opened up a new arena for all of us, and maybe relates to your UX design background, and I think that's something you're passionate about too. So I think it relates, it ties the dots, and very informative. Thanks a lot to Smasa Shishti. I think you already know the feedback that may be coming your ways. Preparedness and structure always helps keep things concise, precise, and within requisite time as is required. So you may want to maybe just draft out a rough ABCD 10 pointer, or just that what the structure is going to be, what the time limit is going to be, and what the takeaway for the audience can be at the end of the meeting. So that can help to keep things precise. Besides that, I think it is very comprehensive, very helpful for all of us. So thank you for sharing all your knowledge. Coming to the table topic master, Toastmaster Madhav. I think Toastmaster Madhav, you gave a lot of uh, simple topics related to the festival context that we have, and that helped us think about it and brainstorm. From feedback perspective, you might have thought about looking at how AI or Midjourney could be could be used by different table topic speakers, but I can understand, since we all learned about Midjourney during the session itself, might have been very difficult to bring up a topic which is relatable. But however, thank you for engaging all of us with your topics. Now coming to the evaluation team, Toastmaster Ashima, you use the CRC approach quite well. gave quite a relevant feedback for Toastmaster Jaspreet, and I'm sure she must have benefited from your crisp and relevant feedback. So thank you for that. Coming to the tag team, uh, definitely an outlier with Toastmaster Priyanka. Priyanka's counter, generous counter report. Oh my god. I don't know when I saw that. I don't know if you were a topper in your class, but it looks like so. With such a comprehensive, I think you must be just okay. I don't know if you're counting my hours right now, and so, but definitely an amazing, very comprehensive report, and that is how it should be. I think that is what preparation, sincerity to the meeting is all about, of putting it all your best to the meeting and uplifting the meeting to new standards. So thanks a lot, Toastmaster Priyanka. Toastmaster Neeraj, Toastmaster Amit, uh, pretty crisp, pretty relevant report for all of us to learn about our timings and about about the grammar aspect of our phrases. The word of the day was quite simple and very important word. So thank you, Toastmaster Amit, for sharing that. Overall, very structured meeting, very relevant meeting. I think no guffaws. Just broader overarching theme was structure and sticking to time limits. Then we were planning to end at 8:30. That could not happen, but still, I think we had a pretty structured meeting and it fulfilled the purpose for which we joined the meeting. Thank you. It was great being your general evaluator. Over to you, Toastmaster Srishti, to conclude the evening.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for this comprehensive feedback. And yeah, as we discussed in the feedback, I think we talked about having a takeaway for everyone. And I am not prepared with that because I just wanted to introduce this topic and hopefully make everyone be curious and let everyone try and explore this on their own. And that's what I would encourage you all to do. I think technology is beautiful and amazing, and it definitely contributes to the expansiveness of our life. And with the right technology used in the right way, you can really bolster your own capabilities. So I would recommend, or I would implore everyone to go ahead, try out a lot of these generative AI softwares. Some of them are available for free, like Ideogram, for example, and try and you gauge the effectiveness of your words. And I think um that's a good project for myself as well. And I would recommend and encourage everyone else to keep trying and keep exploring with new technology. You don't know what you will find. And with that, I would like to hand the spotlight, or move the spotlight over to our presiding officer. Thank you so much for listening to me, all of you today.
Am I audible and visible?
Presiding officer. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Thanks all for attending the meeting. We are ahead of time, so I will not take a lot of time. Madhav, can you off the recording, please?
Okay. Uh, Stopping the